Hey everybody. Earlier today, a friend of mine alerted me to, I believe it was a news conference that the House Republicans were given after this disastrous, or I should say the implosion of the disastrous GOP healthcare bill. And let's face it, let's be honest. I mean, this was a screw job. I'm a big believer in honesty. Okay, I don't care what it is you stand for, as long as you look me in the eyes and give it to me straight. And, and I admit, I voted for Trump. And if for those of you who have been following me for a long time, I was very supportive of him through the campaign. And I thought really a lot of his ideas were very progressive. First and foremost, I liked his view of a rapprochement, of a normalizing of relations with Russia. I've said it many times that, you just don't want a war between the world's two largest nuclear powers. That's the end of all humanity. And first and foremost, because all this other economic stuff and social stuff that is so far down the list, if it comes to nuclear Armageddon, I mean, all that stuff, it doesn't matter at all. So that was number one. But number two, he said things like, we're going to keep Social Security, we're going to keep Medicare. With the repeal and replace Obamacare, which is something he ran on, which I was for. He said, they're going to keep covering pre-existing conditions. Nobody's going to lose their coverage. Now, I take a person at his word. Okay? And I think I'm a pretty good read of people, although obviously I didn't get it right with Trump. But the Republicans are, I guess, baffled at the failure of their plan, which was outright in the end, a loss of coverage to millions and millions of people when Trump himself promised that that was not going to happen. But anyway, that's not even what I want to talk about. So my friend alerted me to this news conference that was given by Paul+Ryan, and I've said this many times. Paul+Ryan is a little boy with a man's job, okay? He read one book in his life, Ayn Rand's Atlas Shrugged, and he believes that the world works like that. All right, he read one book in his life, Atlas Shrugged, and he believed the world. Here's a news flash for Paul+Ryan. That was a work of fiction. It was a story. It was a novel, Paul. Anyway, so Ryan's up there giving a speech, giving a talk about, because they had a recoup there. Somehow it was, they got. This was a major defeat for them. Trump had promised to repeal and replace. The GOP's they voted, I don't know, like, what was it, 150 times to repeal Obamacare, but never had a plan. And so, this whole thing blew up on him. But so here's Paul+Ryan after this debacle, saying, now what we're going to do is we're going to balance the budget. Yeah, we're going to balance the budget because if we balance the budget, that's going to lead to jobs and economic growth and an economic boom and fantastic times and good time. Balance the budget. You got a real-time laboratory of efforts at budget balance in a place called Europe that we can all look at right now at the wonderful economic boom that has been created over there through austerity in the goal of budget balance. Okay, now where in the hell are these guys in terms of are they living on the same planet? I mean, this is just an incredible thing that in today's world, where information is all around us and we can see everywhere what's going on and what's happening and what the policies are. How can any rational person ignore the reality of the disaster that is budget balance, okay? And come out there in such a farce, such like in the most, ridiculous, almost comical statement to say that we're going to shoot for budget balance and that's what we need to grow the economy and create jobs. All right? So this is what they're planning, and to me it's really kind of amazing that they haven't crashed the economy so far. But as I said the other day, we are a war economy. You know, the Congress just passed a new military defense budget, $700 billion. By the way, that doesn't include all the wars and the off-budget stuff. And if you look at MMT Trader, which those of you who are subscribers, you see every week I put in there, there's a line item of spending in the Treasury called other withdrawals. It's just categorized as other withdrawals. They don't break it down and itemize it as to what those things are. But those are all, that's like war expenditure. That's like special operations. That's intelligence gathering. That's all that kind of stuff. Clandestine stuff. That's the black budget. That's the fastest growing line item of expenditure on the federal budget, okay? It's way faster growing than Social Security, although Social Security is the largest, in absolute terms, Social Security is the largest, but not by much. And if you add in the defense budget and this other withdrawal category, then it surpasses Social Security. But in terms of the growth rate, growing almost at 8% annually, that is single-handedly keeping us out of a recession, okay? So we are a war country. War is a racket. We are in these wars for 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 years. How long we've been in Afghanistan? 16 years. Millions of people have been killed or maimed, and that between Afghanistan, Iraq, Libya, Yemen, who knows elsewhere, Syria now, all these other places. For what? I laugh, but it's not funny. We are a war economy. It's a racket. It is immoral. It is immoral. I can't even drive my car without the wheels practically falling off. But yet, there's always money. I love how these guys mock Keynesianism, Keynesian policies, but yet they love Keynesian policies when it comes to war and the military. There's always money there. How do you get it? You print. That's printing money. Printing money, they're printing money for war. So there you go, folks. They're going to do the next big idea of the GOP. And yes, I voted for Trump, but man, I am so off that train. The next big idea is budget balance. So they're taking a playbook out of Bill Clinton, which, by the way, if you go back and look, and I've done this many, many times, and I've published studies, so please don't come at me and say I'm wrong. I mean, I'm an expert on this. We are still, to this day, trying to get out from under the deleterious effects of that balanced budget that Clinton ran for a couple of years back in the late 90s into 2000. All right, we're still trying to get out from under that, the economy, that is. All right, so personally, I can't wait for it to happen. I cannot wait, because I'm short, right? I cannot wait for that to happen. It's going to be awesome, man. It's going to be fantastic. You'll never see me again because I'll be on my yacht after that. I can't wait for that to happen. I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know. And everyone who has MMT Trader, they'll know what to do. Those of you who don't, well, you better get your 30-day free trial. Go to pitbulleconomics.com. and click on the tab that says products.